What up, peeps? We're about to just start this up pretty soon. And we're going to continue from where we left off with the story.
Play story.
All right, time for our in-flight announcement. Greetings, passengers. Thank you for choosing Chaos Airlines. This is a direct flight to, well, let's not spoil the surprise. Allow me to explain the safety equipment on this vessel. In the event of decreased visibility, the lamps on your seats will blah, blah, blah. For emergency evacuation, feel free to fling yourself out of the vessel. You will be sent straight to heaven. Due to company policy, oxygen masks, life vests, and parachutes are not available. Our crew will attack passengers on sight. We ask that you run and hide if you hope to survive. In addition, their weapons are custom jobs. So, Soul, your immortality won't help you here. You'd be best off avoiding combat however you can. Oh, I almost forgot. Your time limit is... well, you'll find out soon enough. All right then, relax and enjoy the flight.
He's toying with us, screwing around like this.
What can we do? Would we be better off staying here?
Might be smarter than running around aimlessly.
Oh, oopsies. One last thing. Be on the lookout for our samurai. He can sense auras, so I wouldn't recommend waiting it out in your hiding places.
Samurai?
It can't be. Or I guess it could. So he made bullets out of your blade, huh?
Your technique is lacking. You rely too heavily on your immortality.
I get that a lot.
This won't do. You're too powerful.
The Nightless. So that old dandy isn't the only one left, huh?
Assault-type recon aircraft beacon. Ready for launch.
Potemkin. This machine hasn't been flight tested yet. Our only testaments to its safety are simulations.
Then this will be its first test flight. You'd better record the data. Besides, I'm the only one who can pilot it anyway, right? Godspeed.
Okay, starting tomorrow, I'm hitting the gym.
Planning to get jacked by the end of your term?
I'd settle for not dragging you down right now. I want my weapon too. Let's head for the Oval Office.
Weapon? Vernon! What the? So you...
This guy's gonna need some more fuel.
Mr. Secretary?
Yeah?
The White House is currently moving in a straight line. At this rate, it will be directly above Neo Phoenix in 10 minutes.
That's a major city.
If, God forbid, the White House were to crash land there, what kind of damage would we be looking at?
Given its size, and factoring in the likelihood of explosions and fire, it may well wipe out the entire city.
There's not enough time to issue an evacuation order.
All we can do is pray that that's not what Chaos wants.
Dickinson, given that we cannot confirm the President's safety, we may want to start thinking about passing the office onto the VP.
No need for that. We know that the President's in there. And so long as the tome stays out of the enemy's hands, we know that he's alive and kicking.
That's precisely why.
Pardon?
In the event that Chaos were to take a major city like Neo Phoenix hostage, do you think the President could make the decision to let them die?
Wait, not seriously. Are you suggesting we attack the White House?
That's one possibility.
hell's wrong with you? Do you even realize what you're...
The White House is a residence of our president and government itself. Attacking it would be an assault on its staff, as well as the heroes and dignitaries of each country. I know exactly what I'm saying.
That makes your suggestion all the worse. Are you planning a coup?
If he gets his hands on that tome, you'll be wishing a coup was all we had to deal with. Though frankly, I'd rather have neither. However, if something terrible happens as a result of our hesitation, that would be negligence on our part.
Erica, he's got a point.
I know.
Oh, bitter. What do people like about this coffee stuff? You want the rest? Now, this stuff's much more my speed.
I'm surprised. How did you know I was a coffee addict?
You just told me. You also just told me you're not a germaphobe.
What do you intend to do with the tome once you have it?
Jeez, people these days are always in such a rush to get answers. Think for yourself, for a change.
I don't like people who speak to an author as if they understand their work.
Well then. Right now, Eno is only half of herself. Oh, yeah, don't worry if you don't get it. That's just how it is. In order to get her other half back, we need the book's power. The end. That's all.
So that's what this is. You're trying to give Eno some sort of power. A power that will make her a greater threat than any missile. In any case, I'm going to have to give this back. I don't drink cold coffee.
What's this? Are we fighting?
That's up to you.
Oh, interesting. What's on your mind, bud?
Let's make a deal.
A deal?
There should be an aircraft nearby, ready to save us. Seeing as we haven't yet been boarded, I presume that the White House has an interception system in place. I would like you to temporarily disarm that system and release me and the other hostages in this room.
And what do I get out of this?
Nothing.
Funny. I've never heard of a deal like that before.
There's a first time for everything. Sole bad guy is aboard this ship, which means you're going to lose. That's your fate.
I don't like that word. Fate.
That makes two of us. I don't believe in coincidences either. Sol has saved the world many times. So many times that it would seem statistically impossible. And yet, it's the truth. The record should be enough to convince you of that. Fate is simply the most appropriate word I could think of. It's clear he's going to come out on top yet again.
So I give up my hostages and whatever info on me you possess.
It's the only way to improve your fortune. The lives of a few hostages are worth very little when weighed against the threat to the entire world. If I were to sacrifice everyone here in order to put the smallest little crack in your plan, Sol would see that crack and smash right through it.
And what if I blow your head off right now?
You'll lose a hostage and some ammo. That's all.
Oh, you are good.
Confirming safe departure of the rescue craft. The Third King called us to confirm that the dignitaries of all countries except the United States are unharmed.
He released the hostages? What is Chaos thinking?
He really let us go.
We aren't the main characters in his play. He didn't need us. This may be hard to swallow, but Chaos is only here to have fun.
Regardless, your quick thinking saved us. I'm deeply grateful.
I don't deserve your gratitude. I put everyone's lives at risk for my own goal.
Then what did you...
Chaos made a call from the ship, even though all transmissions were supposed to be restricted.
Yes, and?
I've been called the King of Groundwork. And I can't stand coffee.
It's so lonely in here. I should have kept Daryl, at least. Yep, still bitter.
We've received a report from the Third King. It would seem that during his escape, he jacked the enemy's transmission device.
What? Is that true?
I wouldn't expect any less. He's a shrewd one.
Let's get our talking points together fast.
Do we have an analysis of the facilities?
The Pentagon and ZEP are working on it as we speak. Though they haven't fully analyzed the PEOC area or the steering system yet.
And the White House's route?
They've passed through Neo-Phoenix airspace without incident and are continuing in a straight line.
That's a relief.
It is odd, though. If it were me, I would make use of everything at my disposal. If the President can run away until they're out of fuel, that wouldn't benefit Chaos.
But what if it would?
Chip?
Yo, Erica!
When did you...
Friend of yours? Hold on. Chip? As in president of the Eastern Chip Kingdom?
Officially speaking, no.
Don't sweat the small stuff. I came to vanquish a demon, but it looks like my target ran far out of my reach. So that transmission is our lifeline.
I promise I'll get him out of here shortly. But before I do, could you spare a minute to hear him out? Shouldn't take long.
First off, I don't plan on making any deals with this Chaos punk.
What do you mean?
Can you imagine what he's going to use the tome for?
I assume he'll be using it as a weapon somehow?
That's what someone with demands would do. Or a guy with a grudge. Either way, they'd have made a statement by now, right? So, the way I see it, no matter what it is Chaos wants, he can finish it up there.
How can you be so sure?
If the White House stays on this course, they'll eventually cross the border. Given your national responsibility and the whereabouts of the tome, you'll have to shoot it down first. So why hasn't this guy made any demands?
You think he wants us to blow him up?
I don't get it. Why would being shot down?
It gets rid of the guy protecting the book. Pretty convenient solution if you can't die.
He can't die.
Anji?
Forgive me for the sudden interruption. I'll save the introductions for another time. Truth is, I've been pursuing Chaos for many years. In the interest of time, I'll be direct. He is that man. Rather, that man was a title created because nobody knew where the blame really lay. But it applied to more than one person. The Gearmaker and one other. He's a monster who wreaked havoc during the Crusades by possessing people in his spirit form.
Tell everyone in there that they're on a time limit.
Was that a good idea? If he knows we no longer have hostages, the President may attempt to escape. Why not detach the PEOC now?
Why?
What do you mean, why? I don't understand you. Your plan is nothing but detours. For one thing,
Why am I able to question your actions like this?
You wouldn't be a good scriptwriter, you know that?
I see.
Oh, just one more thing, while you're here. You would make one hell of an actor. Ever see that play about the double agent? You look just like the leading man.
I see.
So why don't we make you a triple agent?
Any chance there's another route?
Could we use that?
You sure?
He's the tallest president we've ever had.
Where to next? Left or right?
Right, but... down is faster. Here we are.
Are these... Huh. Don't see that every day. Spiritus Type 48. A stupidly big battery with poor energy conversion efficiency.
If we set all these off, we could blow Chaos away. Along with the whole damn White House.
I can do you one better. I just removed the limiter. Now this alone could take out the White House. If I did it for all of them, we could destroy half the globe.
How dangerous are these things?
The more zeal they use, the more they can sell them for. Doesn't make them perform any better, though. Arms dealers are a tricky bunch.
I had a bad habit of breaking promises with my daughter to focus on work. You wouldn't believe how mad that little girl got. Wasn't afraid to cuss me out over it, too. Where'd she learn that kind of language, I wonder? I swear, my wife would have fainted if she lived to hear it. But last time I flaked, she sent me a letter. Good luck with work, it said. To be honest, it was a relief. I knew my little girl was just trying to be thoughtful, but even so, it felt like a weight off my shoulders. Great. That's one fight I don't need to have, I thought. But now, I wish we could have had that talk, even if it was just a fight. Why did I become president? What did I want to protect?
Sometimes you tear apart your house looking for your keys, only for someone else to find them in a second. That ever happen to you? And sure, they might get annoyed or make fun of you. But no matter how things ended up, everyone involved could clearly see that you were giving everything you had. Even if your ideal future had wheels attached, all you could do would be to push or pull it.
No way. Are you trying to cheer me up? Gearmaker?
Frederick?
Did you make this call?
No, it seems to be some sort of special open channel.
Is the president there?
Dickinson.
Oh, thank God you're safe.
How did you restore the communication lines?
That's not important right now. First, I have some good news. The hostages have been safely evacuated, all thanks to the Third King.
Really?
Wily bastard.
But please, Mr. President, tell us how you're doing.
Our pursuers have gotten aggressive. It's getting difficult to stay hidden.
I see. All right. Please listen closely to what I'm about to say. The White House is currently en route to the border of Old Mexico.
What?
Right now, the White House is essentially a flying bomb. I've got no doubt that it'll be shot down if it enters a neighboring country's airspace. Not only will we lose the symbol of our country, but we'll have no control over who ends up with the tome. We need to shoot down the White House ourselves before that happens.
How much time do we have?
At its current speed, about 50 minutes.
He's written the hell out of this script. Knowing what we know, we can either surrender or destroy the PEOC after it's been shot down. Either way, Chaos comes out on top.
Did you know about him being immortal, Soul?
Yep.
Spares me an explanation. Even if you run into Chaos, do not engage. We're looking for a way to get you out of there, so just hang on until we find one.
You really think there's a way out?
Considering that the White House is an aircraft, there's gotta be escape pods.
Any idea where?
The PEOC, most likely. It's nothing but locks within locks. A regular Matryoshka doll. And the codes are in a language I've never seen.
Sounds like we're in for a long 50 minutes.
Got any other info on Chaos?
We do, but...
Chip?
Hey, this is just my gut feeling, so don't get your hopes up.
Better than nothing.
Is that giant samurai guy up there too?
He is. And he's a pain in the ass.
I'm not sure, but I think he knows Chaos's weakness.
He what?
I'm not just blowing smoke here. Listen, I saw Chaos too. He defies all common sense. The guy's just in this for the thrill, and he's intentionally giving everyone a chance to kill him.
So you're saying I need to get the samurai to talk?
I have followed the will of my teacher for long enough. I'll fight too.
What?
I'm not sure if I can pull it off, but I'll try to take control of the aircraft. I'll buy you some time. Focus on finding the escape pods.
Understood.
He's got 100 years of experience on me. Can I make up the difference?
Oh, Daryl! You should have told me you were an actor.
What the? They're altering our route!
Here we go.
The White House is decelerating and has started to turn.
Pulled it off!
Hopefully he can maintain control until they can land.
Looks like they realized where we were headed. And if he's making a move now... So, Asuka, you finally remembered me.
It's been quite a long time, teacher. This isn't how I imagined our reunion. What in the world happened to you? Where have you been? Why are you trying to grant Ino power?
I remember teaching you to ask one question at a time. Well, I've got one for you too. You know the White House's even bigger secret, don't you? What was your plan, I wonder?
You taught me not to answer a question with a question. What changed you?
Humans can't stay sane in isolation. Gave me a few epiphanies, though. What do you think a sane person is, anyway?
Someone who wouldn't try to take over the...
Should I be proud you've learned to banter? Let me rephrase the question. Say someone is locked up in a small, pure white room with no doors or windows. For a year, no, maybe even longer. They've got food and drink, no illnesses or injuries. They can even make calls to whomever they'd like. A voice speaks to them from above. You must not leave. No one else can, so you mustn't either. Then one day a door to the outside suddenly appears. And now my question, what would a sane person do? The way I see it, this era is making a ton of these white rooms.
There's certainly a better solution than breaking down the walls.
You've learned to talk back.
You're not the only one who's changed. I've become... the devil.
Stop this. You must reconsider the risk this poses to mankind. You dare stand against humanity?
You're...
the Universal Will. A robot of your own creation. I became human so that I might understand humanity. My mission was the realization of eternal joy for all mankind. But I made the wrong choice and failed to see my mission through.
Oh yeah, that sounds right. But were you always this nice?
The poison within me left when you did.
Poison, really?
You are unbearably pure. Eno's other half is formed of mankind's wishes. Undiluted spirit. Both the evil that denies our existence and the justice that affirms our lives. That and writhing, unthinking malice. Tell me then, have you discovered your path?
There's no answer to that. Mankind is not a collective of humans, but just one single element of humanity. And hell, the definition of human is hazy at best.
So you choose to agitate the situation after all. If Eno transcends the concept of time, she could become the creator of the world. We may be consumed by a paradox.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm not here to win or lose. I'm just here to be here.
this power. It can't be you. You're Eno's other half.
You're so perceptive with everything but relationships.
But why? If you do this, you'll disappear in the end too. Why would you go so far to help Eno?
You still don't get it, do you? You still think of me and Eno as your enemies. I thought I'd tell you to be open-minded. Eno was born in a white room, and she's been looking for the exit this whole time. She can pretend to be human, but her feelings dried up long ago. She shows us where humans are headed. Plagued with eternal, insatiable thirst, affirming ourselves will lose all meaning. When everything became possible, we lost our ability to accomplish anything. But she still says she wants a future. If this world holds value, I will show it to her at all costs! Right now, I exist!
Is it normal to feel earthquakes in the sky?
Only when you're hungover. In this case, though, that's our course changing. Looks like Chaos got the better of him.
Damn it!
Don't move.
Stayed put for too long.
So, you move and Vernon takes a bullet. Don't get too close. It would seem his right arm is a weapon.
I know. Stay there and slowly lift both of your arms.
Soul. Brown bears don't give birth to pandas. Football is going to save the world.
Huh?
Here they are!
Run!
So, stay away! Get behind a pillar! Projectiles are bullshit!
Are you all right?
Well, I'm not about to tell you we're gonna be fine. Vernon, you better go.
But...
Move, damn it!
You're wounded, I see. Do not push yourself to fight. Run. I cannot stop of my own accord.
You can talk, though. You probably can't answer, but it's worth a shot. Do you know Chaos's weakness?
I do. But I cannot tell you unless you defeat me.
Why does that sound like a goddamn video game?
It is not like a game. It is a game. To Chaos, at least. However, now is not the time for us to fight.
I'd really like to agree with you on that one, but...
What should we do?
Who are you?
I'm a Secret Service agent. Can't you tell?
Giovanna, you're all right. Where have you been?
I've been tailing you this entire time, Mr. President.
This entire time? Then why didn't you show yourself sooner?
You know what they say. Save the best for last. Forgive my language, Mr. President. But I'm about to make sure this son of a bitch can never fight again. You and Soul should run.
You see?
Wonderful. Our story has reached its climax.
Is this...
Oscar.
Frederick.
You all right?
I passed out for a bit. Where's the president?
Right here.
Thank goodness.
It's the Pentagon. I'll pick up.
Soul, the White House has changed course again. Did the Gearmaker fail?
Yeah, he got wrecked. How much time do we have?
20 minutes.
You're kidding. How did Chaos predict all of this? If only we had known things would turn out this way.
Huh. He knew.
Huh?
You're right. Chaos knew how this would all play out. But if he did, then why can't he enter the PEOC?
The door to the PEOC won't open without the President's biometric authentication. That's why.
Sure. But why can't he hack it, though? We're talking about the guy who got through the security on the WMDs here.
Fair point.
It's got a mechanism that not even the greatest magic wielder in history can open. The PEOC is controlled by old-era technology. Am I wrong?
I suppose this is no time to be keeping secrets. It's true.
Thought so. Gabriel, are you listening?
Yes.
Those Matryoshka codes, they aren't an unknown language. We just can't translate documents that old. Try converting the notes back into letters and numbers. Should be readable enough to anyone from Zep.
All right. Give me a moment. This is machine code. It's Rose.
What's it say?
We don't have it all converted yet, but... there we are. The PEOC is the escape pod. There's even a manual for activating it. However, since we've lost control of the craft, we have to activate it directly through a bypass. Be at the control tower, visible from the east gate in 7 minutes. How you get there is up to you.
All right, let's see if the gods are smiling on us. Hope you've said your prayers.
Are we really doing this?
What? There's somewhere else you'd rather go?
Yeah. Back to yesterday, please. Tower's back there.
Once we're out of the garden, we won't have the air pressure shield to protect us. We're going to have to calculate the wind resistance.
Calculate, he says. You're not just trusting your gut?
It's all I've been able to count on today.
Hey! This is madness! Get the pace!
Vernon?
I'm alive!
This is all that I am currently capable of. Victory is yours.
We got it running.
How are things looking, Gearmaker?
It's been activated.
What's next?
Please head to the PEOC and evacuate with the Gearmaker. Our only option is to force our way through. Once it's within 5 clicks of the border, we will shoot down the White House, whether you're evacuated or not.
We may be able to buy you some time if our aircraft makes it to you. But even then, the time limit still looms over us. Make haste.
You ready for round 2?
So ends the circus.
The main event's only getting started.
Power source magic. Activate. Dragon maneuver!
What's this? What a time to be alive!
Dickinson.
Not yet. Give them just a little longer.
Please tell me we're gonna be fine.
I'll see if I got any of those left in stock.
If you hadn't shown mercy, you might have won.
Sold out, huh?
Whoever's listening, we need more time.
Not even a please, huh? Secretary Dickinson.
I'm sorry, but we can't wait any longer.
I understand the risk you face. We have little time, but hear me out. Today, your Albatross weapons were detonated, but our own weapons avoided that little mishap. So if you shoot down the White House, we will launch an attack on the United States.
What? What in the goddamn... No, there's no way you'd risk it.
Maybe. But perhaps the same could be said for you.
I'm not saying it's the smartest move we'll ever make, but I'm still willing to make it. So let's hear it. What happens next?
Do you know?
I don't. But if all we can do is pray, then I'm placing my bets on Sol.
You may be a hero, but still.
Daryl here, if I may cut in. I'm a realist. I don't believe in the power of prayer.
Not helping.
But I can say this much. Not one of us has ever performed a miracle that changed the world. But Sol Bad Guy has.
So, your wounds have healed.
All thanks to you.
Then this is your last chance.
Chance?
Fortunately, I can give you order.
Vernon, if you get a shot at an escape, take it.
Can you beat him? He's a monster.
I've been running around so much, I almost forgot. I'm a monster too.
Don't be so reactive. Keep your guards down.
I don't see anywhere to escape.
Think harder. Don't bother standing just to lose again.
Would you shut the hell up for a second?
Well done. With this much strength, you would eventually overpower me. However, it would take you quite a while.
Shit. What are you doing? You?
I refuse to submit to chaos all my life. Make sure to protect your leader.
Did you beat him?
Yeah, but... I didn't learn a thing about Chaos's weakness.
That doesn't matter now. Let's move. Sol! Oscar!
Hurry, before Chaos gets here!
Vernon E. Robbins.
3 crests verified. Opening locks.
Sol, it's open.
Huh.
How?
And here I was, hoping for another plot twist.
I thought so.
No! got so far?
Now, Asuka. A climactic duel between master and disciple doesn't make a terrible ending.
That's true. I would have liked to have spent more time together. But that will have to wait.
What the hell?
Frederick!
That's one sturdy-ass door. Where can I get one?
We've just received word from the White House. It would seem that the PEOC launched with chaos inside.
It did? And the President?
Safe, sir. Everyone is. We've regained control of the White House!
We need to secure chaos.
Looks like they're still breathing.
Will their faces return to normal?
Hey, I'm just glad they weren't set to explode once the mind control ended.
I've had about enough of Chaos's traps.
Mr. President, do you have a set destination in mind?
Not at all. Doesn't matter to me how long it takes to get there, so long as I can get my feet back on solid ground. Something wrong?
This craft doesn't have enough power to take off again. I'd ask you all to take rescue crafts away from here.
Asuka. Can you not touch back down? Or do you not want to?
Please believe me. I didn't want to do things this way. But you will have to suffice as my witness.
What the... witness?
Mr. President, Tir Na Nog was not designed for air travel. The true purpose of this craft was interplanetary transportation.
Interplanetary?
Correct. When things were looking bleak during the Crusades, some senior officials planned to abandon our planet.
So that's what Project Tir Na Nog was all about.
The space colony it was intended to dock at is already complete. It has enough supplies to take care of 400 people for 120 years. I intend to take the tome there.
But why?
No one there will seek or desire the tome. I can discard it at last.
Then we can just stuff the tome in a spacesuit. There's no need for you to go with it.
I appreciate your kindness. However... Have you forgotten my other goal?
Getting rid of Soul. Whoa. Hold on, Asuka. That was just a hypothetical, wasn't it? You promised you'd give me a proper explanation.
As with the tome, our world has no need for his power.
Bullshit. Tell me, who is Soul gonna hurt?
himself.
Huh?
What if I said it was none of your damn business?
I may craft a persuasive dissertation, but I've always had trouble choosing words others could understand. So I took a lesson from you and chose to fight. Let's settle things between us right now.
Sure. Have it your way. I was all primed to fight a magic wielder today anyway.
You're right. I've always wanted things my way. Even when I planted this divine seed in you. But now, I'll correct that mistake. If you don't want that, then don't hesitate. Shake off my hand. And kill me.
Chaos is still inside. He seems to be unconscious.
It might be a trap. Approach with caution.
You satisfied?
Saul, are you all right?
You tell me.
It can't be. Are you human?
Not entirely, I don't think.
My greatest mistake was robbing Frederick and Arya of the time they could have spent together. However, now no one will rely on you as a weapon, nor as a hero. I should have done this 100 years ago. Mr. President, Saul Badguy, the hero, has perished. This is Frederick Bulsara, an ordinary man.
And you wanted the whole world to acknowledge that?
Shit. Nobody told me there'd be an encore performance.
You really do need to get better at expressing yourself. Guillermo... No. Oscar, let me ask you something. Is this your accumulation of goodwill?
Where did you hear that phrase?
From Eno.
No, that's something else altogether. Promise you won't laugh?
Only if it's funnier than your space vacation idea.
Radio. I wanted a radio show.
Sorry, what?
People want the most beautiful fruit, so we spend our lives looking above us. We fail to notice that our baskets are full, and that fruit is falling to the ground and bruising. The people who have realized this have tried finding ways to help. Both the Conclave and Ariels were searching for something. And in their search, they created opposition and conflict. We often misunderstand each other's feelings. We don't always agree, but we can't reject the other's entirety. What we lack is accurate knowledge.
Accurate knowledge?
68,502,011 children, all under 14 years old, are being used for labor at this very moment. Orphans, slums, massacres, diseases, child soldiers, war. In the places we can see from up here in the sky, and across the borders we can only see on the map. Every day, people continue to be born. The tome teaches about the nature of our world. What we need is not a call to action, but numbers. Just numbers, free from ideology, profit, and value. Clear numbers. The tome grants the right to knowledge, and I simply observe those numbers. In the hopes that one day, I can call them the accumulation of goodwill.
Is that what you meant by creating world peace?
Doesn't exactly sound like it's gonna top the charts.
Gio! You're not hurt, are you?
Only my pride.
Kai.
Leo.
I just got footage from the scene. They've captured Chaos.
Good. What a relief.
Are the surveillance cameras back up?
Some of them. Why?
I'd appreciate it if you could tell me where my boss is napping.
I can't tell who's who. Will they ever recover from all this?
I certainly hope so. Because I really don't want to hold on to that stupid badge as a memento.
Huh?
What's wrong?
Is that badge you mentioned a cartoony star, by any chance?
How did you guess?
Well, just hold on a moment. Hey, rewind that real quick.
Right away, sir.
There.
What about it?
Was it the security chief's jacket he stole?
No, it was Udo's.
Chaos is able to freely manipulate people's appearances.
The newbies' badges don't look nearly
Oh,
that
shit.
dumb.
Chaos is still inside the White House.
Ah, Milpico. My favorite. But, you see, if you let it sit, the water and syrup separate. Here, see? People are just like Milpico. You see, the syrup is the all-human desire. And the water is their survival instinct as living beings. Just plain old water would be bland, and the syrup on its own would be too thick. But when you mix them together... Perfection. That's just how humans are.
No! It can't be!
As for me, though, I'm more than 100% pure, undiluted syrup. And I'm not here for my own sake. I'm here...
because something wouldn't let the cup fill up with water.
Chaos!
Yes!
Fine. You can have it.
What? When did you notice?
I wrote the thing, remember? I noticed right away. The real tone is right here.
What? You're kidding me. You fused with the tome?
This was the safest way.
Until today, maybe.
I'm here.
Just in time for the grand finale. And everybody on on this planet can play a part in our special show.
What the hell is going on?
There's no way you'll believe me when I say this, but I'm really hoping you guys win. Because I'd like to see you again.
Looks like I'm an even shittier creature than I was before.
Want me to sing you happy birthday?
Nothing happy about it. God's all done with creation now. Huh? You lost your powers?
Yeah, a couple pounds, too.
Too bad. I was looking forward to one final showdown. Guess it doesn't really matter anymore.
Hang on. Where's that damn smirk of yours? You finally became a god. Shouldn't you be thrilled?
What does this view look like to you?
What's something you don't like?
Milk.
Then milk. Even if I were to knock you down from here, you wouldn't die.
To me, it looks like a 1. It's all zeros and ones. That's just what it is. There used to be more zeros. That balance would create 2s and 3s, a beautiful mixture of discord and harmony. But now, my world consists of only 1s.
And you plan to make everything zeros?
That would be pointless. A butterfly can't turn back into a caterpillar.
You don't need Oscar, do you?
Couldn't hurt to hold on to the tome.
It ain't a gossip rag for gods. If you give him back, I'll let you go.
Huh. Well, aren't you a stud?
Run, Frederick! You don't stand a chance against her!
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on that.
Soul!
House lights.
This is a trick. It isn't right. If the moon were that close, our planet would be thrown into turmoil.
Nice work, boy genius. You're right, this is a little trick. But the moon really is right there. Cities aren't being crushed by waves, the ocean isn't boiling, and the moon didn't break up in the Earth's atmosphere. Because I'm preventing it. You see, kill me and the trick all falls apart.
So we can't attack you.
Kinda bullshit, huh? In my world, there's no more winning or losing.
What is Eno planning?
I haven't the slightest idea. But I know we cannot let her see it through. I'm not sure anywhere could be considered safe anymore. But you should get away from here immediately.
You're gonna fight that thing?
I don't have the courage to throw aside my hope. So I'd ask that you please stand back.
I'm the only one who can stop Eno now.
That's why I'm asking.
Thanks to you, I started to understand. Like Eno said, I think I felt stifled in a world with no place for me. I may not fully feel them, but I do have emotions. But that's exactly why I never wanted anyone to notice.
What do you mean?
I'm in love with Frederick. And that isn't the future he wants. So I thought I'd do what you recommended. And get one last look at his face.
I won't let it be the last.
Eno has already become all-powerful.
Only all-powerful?
Frederick.
I wonder how far I have come, and what have
Confirm safety of each ticket. Huh? What's wrong?
I don't know. It would seem that an observatory in Finland has detected something.
What the hell is that?
Zato.
Am I crying?
This is...
I haven't talked to my heart for a long time. When did I stop flying? Is it a
Freedom. All of you are now free. From old age, hunger, and disease. From power, status, standing, appearance, location, and even time. I freed you from all of these shackles. Now tell me your answer. You can still look at me with that fire in your eyes. I can respect that.
There's no more need to put on airs. What are you trying to start?
Nothing at all. I merely want to observe. I've given them opportunity, that's all.
Opportunity?
Once this is over, all of mankind will gain the same power I have. They will see everything I can. A world of freedom and equality. A world without hope. However, any living organism, when faced with the risk of extinction, gains an opportunity for evolution. If mankind's potential is infinite, I want to know the future that awaits us.
Even a perfect being could not necessarily create a perfect world.
Then I'll leave it to the next generation.
I see. Magic is the power to bend the rules of nature. If all of mankind were to have unfettered access to power on the scale of Enos,
it would kill this world and birth a new universe. And I'll repeat the process, over and over, as many times as it takes until I've found my answer.
Now I feel silly for getting so anxious. That does indeed sound like the work of a god. However, do you truly know yourself well enough to look for weaknesses of all mankind?
The only things that could stop me now are the flame of corruption or the scales of Juno. And they're long gone. What?
Not quite. Slight though it may be. It's right here. Dragon install.
The blood of Juno.
Only a few drops.
An absolute barrier. You little shit!
Guess it's time for me to go. I wish I could have seen Isaiah with you. So long.
Vernon. I got a favor to ask.
I'll give you credit for one thing. You sent a little chill down my spine there.
After all you've done, is this really what you wanted?
What? Now you want to stand in my way?
No, I'm not here for a fight.
Then why are you here?
Cross, violent, a loner who isn't afraid of anything?
You mean me?
Actually, I was talking about Soul. But yeah, you two are really similar. Just with one key difference. Unlike Soul, you don't know what you want. You once told me that people have to find their own right to keep living. I think they have to find their happiness too. We pick up a memory to take with us as we go. We carve the knowledge into ourselves that we were happy before, even if only once. So that we can remember it at the end of our lives.
I'd like to see if you can remember yours.
If I did, would it make you smile? Seeing the look in your eyes now? It makes me miss your sadistic look of joy when you'd say, "You asked for this."
Well, you and I have both been building our fictional worlds. Today, one of them comes to a close. That's all.
It's going to be yours, Eno.
Jacko?
So the band's all here.
So it was a question of loss and gain after all. Which should disappear? The world or me?
What? It can't be. You...
Hold on, Jackie. What do you mean, disappear?
I can stop Eno at the cost of my own existence. That's my role. It's only natural. But thank you for your concern.
How can that be natural? There's no gain in that.
Does my lack of emotions deny me the right to save the world? Isn't that what you were trying to do?
Axel! Don't screw with me!
Useless. You cannot drive me away. This is the end.
No. Damn it, no! You can't!
I was never able to accept myself. But I didn't reject myself either. This is the first thing I've ever decided on for myself. I'm sorry, Asuka. I'm sorry that I couldn't live up to your expectations. Even if I'm just artificial. Disappearing is... scary, huh?
God damn it.
What are you doing?
Who would just give up after a one-sided breakup, huh?
Stop it! There's no other way to save the world.
Screw the world. That's no good reason for you to disappear on me.
No good reason?
I decided, when you showed up as a part of Aria, that no matter who you really are, no matter what happens, I would always stay by your side.
You decided? You're going to drag all of humanity down with your own selfish choice?
Who are you to say I'm dragging him down? The planet, the universe, the future. Who gets to determine the value of humanity? Isn't it selfish of mankind to survive in the first place?
You're so strong. You really are. The only things I can accept are my feelings for you. That's why it's not a contradiction for me to save the world. Even if it's one I only just discovered. But you want to save Aria, don't you? I can't do it. Aria isn't coming back. But there's nothing else I can do. Nowhere else I belong.
Have I ever called you Arya? If Arya doesn't come back, that's her choice. But, Jacko, Arya wanted you to stay here. Like that hat of hers. So, even if it means the end of the world, I'm not gonna let you go.
Even if it means the end of the world?
Now do you finally see? This is the world we're supposed to save.
If I can be by his side,
I don't care if the world ends.
Hey, Chief.
Axel.
You're really making me weak at the knees here.
Why did you do that? Nothing can save you now.
Maybe.
It's not a goddamn maybe! You really pissed me the hell off! Answer me! What can you do now with your seed gone? Why the hell haven't you given up?
I got what I wanted. Now I just gotta put up the best fight I can.
Looks like the world's still turning.
So that's your big trump card, huh? Some fireworks.
I know those eyes of yours.
Eyes?
Yeah. They're the eyes of justice, what people have always fought over. And the winners always got their reward. Well, but for some reason... Now that I'm looking into those same eyes, I think we chose the wrong way to fight. Our trump card is that fool over there.
No matter what you bring, I'm not going away. 100% chance. Though I guess you can't even comprehend what 100% even means to me now.
It doesn't mean shit to anyone but you. It's just some tiny moment of your own little world. The outrage. As long as the energy from the Zeal pods last, it'll output an infinite amount of power.
You have a shitty memory, don't you? That garbage doesn't work on me.
I see. Soul intentionally took a critical hit. Eno is a magic wielder. A logical magic wielder would continue to use the same method so long as it works. Was this how he planned to beat the Gearmaker?
Tell me, Mr. President. What do my eyes look like to you?
The eyes of someone with nothing. Someone on the run. Someone seeking dignity. Your eyes are all of those. And at the same time, none of them.
Some tiny moment, huh? Frederick Balsara. If you can prove that to me, I'll stroke your big tree.
Soul, Eno has regenerative capabilities.
No shit. If I can't hit her weak point, she'll be right. It'll all be for nothing. Like I said, I'll put up the best fight I can.
That's all I ask. And I'll do the same.
You're never going to get the answer, no matter how long you wait.
You!
However, I am glad you waited. It's her right hand. I'll get her to show her power. Aim for her left.
Rather than something being 100% impossible, you could also say it's 0% possible. And infinity crushes zero!
Tell me, you are indestructible. There's no way you'd ever need a weapon like that. So why the hell did you make it?
Because it never bored me.
Huh.
I don't really care about utility, or even the greater good. Like you said, I'm a goddamn idiot. Ugh. Random things you value will pile up like a stack of unread books. Even if one of the books in the stack could impact you enough to change your life. You're gonna have a whole new stack before you ever get around to it. That's why you need something that you can keep working on without getting bored of it. There are too many distractions out there otherwise. Maybe you had something like that too.
Oh, Axel. You were right all along. I had everything. Both good and bad. But I can't remember any of it now. Even though so much must have happened. Did I somehow just forget?
We were drinking tea, and we looked out at the beautiful sea together, right? I was scared as hell of you, but you heard me out anyway. You made me so happy. Please, remember something. Anything.
Why are you crying?
I can't get anything out but tears.
Beautiful blonde hair. Like a woman's.
Soul.
Fast food, really?
When they rebuild the White House, we'll be far away from this place. I look up at the sky every day. But from here, it looks completely different.
Chip returned to his country.
You didn't manage to headhunt him then?
We did a lot of sightseeing together, but fools always like to follow their own maps. We finished compiling the data from each country, as well as drafting up non-disclosure agreements. After the funeral this evening, this incident should be finally settled.
A 21-gun salute to send our hero off to heaven. Huh. I hope that today we can all look up at the same sky.
I imagine the other countries will be scratching their heads over these incident reports. In the end, what was the future Eno wanted?
You should know. Or rather, we both should. The one thing that can offer us fulfillment. She was never able to find her own.
What she lacked wasn't a past, nor a future, but rather a present.
The past, the future, their hope, and their foundations. None of that means anything without the present.
People only ever look at themselves, yet they can never fully know themselves. It's the hard truth, and I know it all too well.
Hello? Are you open?
Your eyes work? Huh. Couldn't you see the business hours?
Is this rundown place really jazz?
There's a bookstore in the town 40 kilometers from here. Go find a book to teach you some damn manners.
Now I get why this place is so rundown.
Sounds like the words of someone with no taste.
You steal that line from one of your precious books? Can't imagine that one got a second printing.
What size?
201Z. In-wheel type with 5 pins.
201Z? Where'd you come from? How'd you even get here without a jacket?
Not a fashionista, huh? It'd be a waste to cover up this shirt with a jacket.
This place is 28 hours away from the city by car, see? It takes 28 hours for the latest trend to get here. Here.
No freaking way. You've really got one. That's a Spiritos Type 48, right?
What about it?
I knew it. I knew you'd have one.
Hey, you don't need your 201Z?
Have you heard the rumors? They don't make the Spiritos anymore. You can't get them anywhere. They say it's because the American government gathered them all. Then, out of love and anti-war sentiment, the president buried them all in a grave of a certain hero. After a while, one young man came to that grave. He refused to accept his hero's death. So, even knowing how crazy it was, He dug that grave up, and what he found was an empty coffin. No body, no spiritas.
And whose grave was that?
I think you'd tell me you never heard of him. I'm gonna head home for today.
For today? You planning on coming back?
Well, I've got to go buy that book on manners. A country bumpkin like you may not realize, but it takes a lot of passion for a city boy to come all the way out here with no jacket.
I'm not selling you the Spiritas, got it?
I know. You're gonna use it for what you've got back there, yeah?
The hell are you after?
I don't really know. I guess I want to be friends.
10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
What?
Those are our business hours.
I'm giving you my unfair way of life. You asked for this. I don't get it, but that's what she told me to say. Are you really Axel?
What is peace? Some people know. Everyone wants an answer to that question. Why? It's simple. Because no one's ever seen it before. Even if there's no misery before our eyes, we know that it's out there, somewhere. There are hills and valleys. But that doesn't mean we should flatten it all out. Mechanisms that simply prevent inequality take sin away from mankind. We belong neither in the wilderness nor shut in buildings. We belong somewhere peaceful. Peace comes to be when people forgive each other's sins. When all sin vanishes from the world. That's when peace will vanish too. And the gears that give mankind meaning will stop turning. Is peace just a dream, then? It's not that simple. Just as every human face is different, so too are the worlds we all dream of. Some people are just incompatible. But if there's one thing I know for sure, there's no need to aim for a perfect world. As long as you keep trying, that world will eventually come to you. What matters is that before that happens, you know the meaning of your life.
I will now begin my first radio broadcast. This is all new to me, so I'm afraid I may not be very eloquent.
Your head touching me. What do you want to know? It's just beautiful.
The story was pretty good. I liked it.
What do you wish for? 'Cause I want to know you. So let's talk about you. Let's talk about you. Your arms holding me. What have you lost? It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Your voice comes to me like crystal clear water. I never want to forget you.
I'm here.
Alright, that was pretty good. Let's play one matchup in here, then I'm gonna jump off of Guilty Gear.
Survival. Who dares to enter the mayhem? Nagori Yuki. Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts. Heaven or hell.
Start thinking up an excuse.
No words are needed in a duel. Nagoriyuki versus Angie. Duel 1. Let's rock!
On my feet. Apologies. intense finale.
Slap!
Rest now, lest your wounds open up.
Nagoriyuki, win. Mankind knew that they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, Duel 1. Let's rock!
Slap!
Mankind knew. Duel 1. Let's rock!
Is this how it ends?
Slap!
Mankind knew. Duel 1. Let's rock!
Scary.
Man. Duel 1. Let's rock!
Slap!
Mankind. Duel 1. Let's rock!
That was heavy. Slap!
Mankind. Duel. Let's rock! Duel 1. Let's rock!
An oversight!
Mankind. Duel 1. Let's rock!
Behold! Have this! Stunt at Say the prayers! Stunt at an oversight! Dizzy.
Slap!
I'm sorry.
Mankind. Duel 1. Let's rock!
In the ass!
Slap!
Do not wallow in defeat. Take pride that you did your best.
Alright, people, I'm off of Guilty Gear. Thank you for joining me. Peace out.
Guilty Gear. Strive.